The very first time I went for the wet market, it was very slippery and I found it very smelly.
First time I came here, it's like so dirty and very hot. And there are a lot of flies flying around. In my first time, I think it's very convenient, but at the same time, it's very crowded.
That was the impression these 10 and 11-year-olds from Teck Gee and Townsville Primary School had when they first went to a wet market. However, some of their impressions changed after a visit to the Chongbun Wet Market in Ang Mo Kio as part of the National Heritage Board's Heartland Heritage Project.
It has changed since last time.
In what way?
Now it's cleaner and it's not so crowded and people pushing and and it's not very wet, as they say wet market, but it's not really so wet. It was very dirty, but since I come in here, and it was very crowded, since I come in here, it is crowded, but it's not really that dirty.
These students are among hundreds from various schools helping the National Heritage Board with its project on wet markets. They will speak to stallholders and their own family members, as well as take videos and photographs of the wet markets they visit.
Well, we wanted to document an important aspect of Singapore's heartland heritage, which is the wet markets. And we wanted also to involve the schools so that to introduce a younger generation of Singaporeans to wet markets, because I think some of them have never been to wet markets. And in doing so, we really hope to provide a common conversational topic for the students to actually sort of bond with their parents and their grandparents.
The visit turned out to be an eye-opening one for some students.
Learn how the storeholders are selling the things and how the customer bargain from the storeholder. Then also we learned that in wet markets you can bargain, but then in supermarkets you cannot even do anything. You see the price example is $5, you just have to pay $5, you cannot bargain. There's no price tags on the products or items and they are not covered. Then most of the seafood, are chopped raw, and mostly animal parts are sold. You can cut prices. And you can ask the storeholder for free gift. For example, if you go to a vegetable store, you can ask for free limes or chili.
Right. So you all didn't know that before, yeah?
Yeah.
How was it like speaking to the storeholders? How do you find them?
At first, when you haven't spoken to the store owners yet, you will think will they scold you? But after that, you will think you are very friendly.
The students' findings will be gathered and compiled by NHB for an exhibition on wet markets, which will travel around wet markets in Singapore and schools at the end of February.
Well, we hope that it would raise the public's awareness as well as appreciation of wet markets. They would learn about the history of wet markets and how wet markets has a place in, let's say, communal heritage, for instance, and also perhaps to bring away with them the whole idea that wet markets are important not only because they meet the basic needs of Singaporeans, but also because they are critical in building what I would call communal cohesive neighbouring communities where Singaporeans of different ethnic backgrounds and races could actually interact and bond.
And what do the students themselves hope to achieve through the exhibition?
They will come to the wet market more than to the supermarket, I guess. They would appreciate that they have wet markets instead of supermarkets. Because wet markets, you still can get things for a cheaper price. We want to make the wet market stay there in the future so that we can take our families to the wet market in the future. And we want the wet market to be exist in Singapore forever. We just want the wet markets to stay in Singapore and just don't demolish them.
Nice. So next time when you all have families and all, you will go to the wet market?
Yeah.
In the next clip, find out why, despite the convenience of supermarkets, housewives still buy their groceries at wet markets.